It's Madden NFL 24, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Broncos and the Vikings. All that and more coming up next.
Well, they love their football in the East Bay, and the NFL has once again returned to Oakland, California. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Vikings of Oakland. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April, or anything in between.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. From his end zone, Marvin Mims. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And you know how scouts always talk about checking all the boxes? I think this young man does exactly that when you're looking for an NFL quarterback. Proven leader. Teams went 43-6 while he was in college. Has speed, dual threat ability, and the production off the charts while he was in school. And also did a nice job of limiting turnovers. When you put it all together, there's a lot to be excited about for this young quarterback.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. Ritter. He finds his man complete. That's McGee. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Ritter. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
7 yards there and a 1st down. On the counter, Etienne. And some room to work. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Travis Etienne, 36 yards. And the Broncos are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Here's Fields. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense, his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. Now it's Fields. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up
nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Vikings send out their punter, and Marvin Mims deep for Denver. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw it here, Ritter. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. Escapes the defender. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand-new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A play fake, now Fields to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just run a ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. That complete to Downs. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
They'll start on the ground, ETN, and they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Ritter throwing on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. It got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 33 yards that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Ritter now. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Ritter will set up to throw it. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. They'll give him 4 yards there, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Ritter back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this early to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 4th down. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a concept consolation prize like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On first down, Fry. And taken down just shy of the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Fields throw taken in by Hawkinson here. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 44 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw, Fields. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's first and goal. On the ground with a tight end. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And Sutton will have a Broncos first down as he'll get this up across the 30-yard line. Ritter to throw it. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down of the sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw, Ritter. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 31-yard line.
Now a give, right side, Fry. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Out of the gun, Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4. At the 30.
Ritter from the gun. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
They'll run on first down. Fry showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards. From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 7. Here's Fields. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And down inside the 15 he goes. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. Fields. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Vikings are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Ritter. Ferguson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Ritter on 1st and 10. Over the middle, it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Ritter. And this one complete again to Mims. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Broncos first down.
Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McGee. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now a throw in the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Boy, it's such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And not much happening on the return as they'll get this to about the 23. And the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Oh, nice move. And strong running here in the first 2 plays of the drive. He's got another first down on a gain of 12. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Fields. Over the middle, complete. That's Edwards. From the 46, here's 2nd and 3. Fields now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. That'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script. From 4th down to 1st. Up the middle they go. Fry. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Fields on first down. And this one's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now it's Fields. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive, because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes, because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Ritter. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throw complete to Otten. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First down, Broncos.
They'll try the left side with Etienne. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Ritter will set up to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He he could not hang on. It's third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
8 yards to go.
Ritter throwing on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Now Fields. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. Fourth down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this fourth down call.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now ETN to start the drive. Up to the 20.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Ritter now on second down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Back to throw, Ritter. That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 28 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On first down, Ritter. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. To the air again, it's Ritter. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now 2 yards to go on third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with ETN. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully, that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
He finds his man, complete. That's McGee. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A shotgun snap and again to ETN. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Ritter now. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Broncos. From 17 yards out. And the Broncos are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for two on this one. Ritter will throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A shotgun snap, Fields. And that is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trip to the opposite side. And all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Fry, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
Here's Fields. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. They run the counter. Fry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's Fields. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. On 1st down, Fields. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Baron Browning in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Fields. This is caught by Addison. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Back his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw. Fields. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second and goal. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Looking to throw. Fields completes this to Addison out left. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now third and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. And this one is incomplete.
Giving big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And the Broncos first down.
Another throw coming up here for Ritter. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Ritter back to throw. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Ritter off the play fake. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Ritter on 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Ritter. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Ritter from the gun. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee, as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity, or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So the Broncos now down by 5. 1:51 on the clock. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Ritter. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game. A critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Finding 7. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Ritter. They'll throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Well, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3. Ritter looks to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Broncos first down by a good couple of yards as they end up getting 6 there on 4th and 4. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Now Ritter. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go down the field and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Vikings, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.